Well, I start TV here with Collash Lebeaux Case. Let everybody know where you from.
I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, man.
How was it growing up in Baton Rouge?
Just like everybody else growing up down there, shit fucked up, man. Fuck. That shit trash. I love my city though. I do. I really actually want to go back. Okay. Man, that's a comfortable. It's just a comfortable place for me. I know it probably ain't where I need to be, but I want to go back home. You hear me?
What part of Baton Rouge you exactly from?
Oh shit, I'm from the Park. You hear me? Parktown, Gushon, man, y'all know what it is. Yeah, dumb with it. You hear me?
So, how would you define the Baton Rouge sound, like, as far as, like, the music-wise? Singing, rapping, producing?
So, like, we ain't got too many singers, man, that come out of Baton Rouge, like, really not at all. And you get rappers, and most of them, man, we talk about, man, what we've been through and what we go through. You hear me, man? You may hear a couple songs, man, from somebody talk about, man, you know, rims, cars, clothes, but, man, for the most part, it's about the hustle, the grind, the struggle, man, because that's what it is, man. You know, man, that's all it is, and, like, trying to survive out there in that bitch, man, because as soon as you step out that porch, man, you better have a little on your something, you hear me, because it ain't nice down there in that bitch. Man, so like, man, the music is more heartfelt growing up, man, where you from, man, you hear me, and that you really with the shit, man, because most of the people down there, man, most of the rappers the shit, man, we with the shit, so like, trying to get out this motherfucker.
Okay.
You hear me, man, you can't half-step that shit, man, because as soon as, man, you get into the light, man, that shit over with, you hear me, man, you got people on your neck, man, you got people on your heels, you hear me.
Okay.
Bruh.
So, being from that, you from BR, do you think that Boosie and Webby was like pretty much, well, they were the pioneers though, but define the actual sound of?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. And because thing is, when it comes to music, the whole hip hop movement changes. Rap changes, man. What people like now, what they did, man, they did put us on the map. You heard me? And they did talk about a struggle, and they showed how Baton Rouge is. Man, you know, man, primarily Boosie showed a lot about how he grew up, about the bullshit, man, that go on. He got a little more in depth on it, man, within his music. Man, but like, man, that's what you'll see a trend through the music, man. You'll see we all talk about our pain, all our struggle, all the shit we go through. You heard me? But there's not like a set sound that they started. I think it's just we got so much pain down there, man. We gotta tell it.
Just storytelling, pretty much.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, down there, man, you don't know when you gonna die.
Right.
Like, at all. So shit, man, you gonna hear my story, man, before I hit this grave.
Right.
That's all right.
So, in one of your opinions, what do you think is one of the biggest mistakes that the artists make from BR?
Not being careful. Man, what I mean by that is like I said before, most of us still in the streets, man, doing all this shit, you hear me? Man, you know, so like, you start making that money, man, start making moves, man, you get other people coming into your life who make moves with you, and you start trying to get out, but you still got those ties, man, you still got the niggas on your heels. You start getting relaxed, you hear me?
Right.
I mean, you get caught slipping, man, because, man, these niggas, like, bro, man, they would cross the state, man, just to get you, man, if they know, man, you gonna be like, trust me, I know, shit, I feel it, I understand it, you hear me? But, man, that's, man, one of the biggest mistakes, and then the ego, you hear me, man, when that money start coming, man, that fame, man, that little ego, man, get to people's head, you hear me? Man, for real, and then, man, you go from thinking, man, you might die any day,
Mhm.
to now you're trying to look forward to life.
Mhm.
All that shit, man, that you was doing is still there. So it still can come up on you.
Okay.
I mean, because you're not living as paranoid, you hear me, as you was now. You start to get lax. And that's the biggest problem.
Okay. So do you feel like some of the quote unquote gatekeepers could pretty much put more of how can I put this? I won't say a spotlight because there is a spotlight there behind, you know, the storytelling and everything we just spoke of, but do you think as it's more as going back and grabbing more people out, like more artists, like giving them, like, you know, working with more BR artists?
Here's why, man, because a lot of us, man, didn't know the game. I'm glad I actually got to move out of Baton Rouge and learn in a different environment how the music industry works differently than staying down there, because I didn't know anything. I was just rapping. You hear me? I was just rapping. That is it. Like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know the basics about being my ASCAP. I didn't even know the basics. Now I know so much, like, being out of it, people in it, they don't know. Man, so like even if you got somebody come down there and try to bring somebody up, they still got the mentality. You heard me? Man, you can't force somebody to change their mentality. Man, you can have them make moves, but your mentality is all about you. So like, even if you pull them up, man, they're gonna follow me right back in it. Man, you know, man, you just got them more money. Man, that's anywhere you go. And you know, if you got a poor mentality with a lot more money, you're gonna go back to being poor.
That's deep.
Period. So it don't matter, man. You could win the fucking lottery, $20 million. Still got that poor mentality. All that money about to go down the drain. You about to be right back poor. Period. Man, that's just money 101. You heard me? So me, I do want to see all of them come up. Man, but I know the life you gotta live down there in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, all that. You gotta live a certain life. It's different everywhere else. You gotta change, especially if you in that shit.
Right.
You gotta, like, everything you know, it gotta cut off. Man, and people live down there every day with it. So what has to happen is one, people gotta feel like they can look forward to the next day first before we can even get down there to start bringing people out, or they're gonna slip right back into it wherever they at. Wherever they at.
Okay. So let's talk about the music. What are some of your creative processes when you're in the studio recording a song?
First, my creative process is to know what I'm gonna say before I even get in there. You know, I mean, you have a lot of different studio sessions, man, with people. They'll get there, give you the beat, and then start writing. I mean, you gotta know it. Me personally, I know everything, man, that I'm gonna say. I know all my ad libs, everything. I go over it over and over and over and over again. I make sure it's drilled in my mind, and then when I actually record it, I can do a song within about 45 minutes to an hour, because I know what I'm doing, where I'm gonna say what. I know my ad libs. It's business, man, when I get in here, because one, I'm on a time limit, paying by the hour, so I don't want to be here 2-3 hours, man, to do one song. Efficiency.
Right.
Man, so another creative process is it's like, I don't write in a notepad anymore. Sometimes, man, you might lose your notepad. I use a little app, man, that attaches, man, to your Google. So it just transfers over. Just makes it an easier process, man. You know, man, when you actually in the studio doing your shit.
Okay. So you have a single out now, round 2.
Mm-hmm.
What is the concept behind it?
It's nasty. That's it.
That's it.
Nah, it was more or less like I was told I'm way too serious in a lot of my music, so I wanted to do something a little more fun, a little more vibrant, man. That can actually man, that other people can just listen to and enjoy, instead of being dark all the time, man. With my story, you know what I'm talking about. So shit, man. That's why I came up with it.
Okay. So, what are some of your highs and lows that you have encountered in the music industry as today?
Oh well, shit. Some of the highs, man, just being on like stage, some bigger stages like in New Orleans, man, in front of a lot of people, man, just freestyling and shit. Those were some highs. And watching the changes go from not being able to Google yourself and nothing pop up, to now, man, you pop up, man, you see your whole catalog and everything on there, man. The lows is like, it's still dealing with bullshit. A low is being yourself in the ever changing world, man, where at this time you may not be what's in, man, but you sticking to it. Lows of having being naive, young, and this is when I was younger, you know, being around in the studio thinking, yeah, man, we gonna do something, man, you know, man, with a whole lot of other people, and then you look 2-3 years down the road, nothing to show for it,
right?
Just sitting there, and then, man, you're not knowing the game. I'm not knowing, man, that the beats, man, that they was giving is theirs, so they own all the rights to it, and, you know, to the song, so I can't even put that music out, like, at all, so it's just sitting,
right,
man, you know, not having any paperwork, man, to back me, man, when I did anything, man, you know, so a lot of the work I put in, it don't even count, you hear me, man, so that was a low. Man, I mean, it's definitely more, but shit, I've been in here probably 10 years. Man, you know, so, and now I'm actually solidified now to where people know my sound when they hear it.
Okay. So, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it and why?
Man, like just straight cash.
Straight cash.
Off the record or on the record? Alright, look. Alright, bet. So if I had $1 million, man, what would I do, right? First off, music wouldn't be an option anymore. It's gonna be investing. It's gonna be investing in property, into business. Half of it is going to be invested into both of those things. The other half is going to be actually marketing and actually pushing of that business to actually make money. That's my whole thing about if I was to have $1 million. I want to own shit.
Okay.
Own shit, run businesses, run companies, because then I can actually change the way things are ran. So like, a lot of my family got felonies and shit, so it's hard to get a job. If I own a couple companies, you hear me, I can change policies to where felons can get a job easier.
Yeah.
I can help families better by me owning businesses, because that's my end goal anyways. It's to make it better for people. And I know in Louisiana, got like one of the highest incarceration rates, period.
Yeah.
You hear me? Man, so everybody may catch a felony down there. Everybody. Man, so it's like shit. Man, we don't have that much money coming in taxes or nothing like that, because people can't work to even pay it.
Right.
You hear me? Man, they not trying to get no second chances or nothing. So shit, man, we gotta take that shit ourselves. So you give me $1 million, I'm gonna show you how to move that shit. You hear me? And that's just me personally.
Okay. Like those answers. Is it important for you to stay independent, or are you looking for a deal?
Either or. Here's why, right? Because I know how to work a deal if there was one to be made. But I also know you give me surplus amount of money, I'm going to show you what to do with it, regardless. Because I'm going to make my money back regardless.
Right.
You know what I mean, man? You got a lot of these rappers and shit who sign a deal, man, they get buku money up front, you hear me?
And they blow it.
Man, buying cars and chains and all. Bruh, I ain't doing none of that.
Not knowing.
What I'm doing is putting that shit in business so then I can make a return. That advance that you gave me, you got it back. I'm already making money now. So now you still want these albums and these shit, man, you got it too.
Right.
After I'm done, I'm already making money without you. As opposed to how they blow the money, but you still in debt because you got to give it back. You got to make sure, man, your money sell.
Yeah.
And then, or your music. But then if you don't make that back, they own your ass. They basically own your ass for real.
Yeah.
So if I was to take one, it would be constructed a certain way. But as for right now, I like the little independent thing. I get to do what I want, when I want, how I want, say what I want, and I know how to do business. But there are perks of being under a label. You got to make sure you got a certain label. It'll be like Sony or Universal or something that has movie rights, so your music can get into movies and like different places. You just don't want to sign to anybody if they can't even get your music anywhere. You can get your own distribution deal. That's fine. Anybody can do it themselves anyways nowadays.
Right.
But when you trying to take that next step in that next level, when you're trying to cross over to being on TV and all that,
the placements,
you have to make sure if you're going to sign a deal, you big enough to sign with somebody who big and who already got that established. So if I'm not there yet, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay independent until that opportunity knocks. And when it knocks, we going to talk legal work, paperwork, all the way through and through. Because if the deal's not looking right, I'm going to keep on moving. I don't need them to make money if I already make money.
Right. Is there anyone you want to work with, whether it's locally or just for future references, whether it's artists, producers, videographers?
Man, there's a couple people I actually want to work with. Here, man. Baby Rose, you heard me? Fire, that shit's single. Fire as fuck. Priscilla Renee, I do a song with her. She fire too. I think it's a dude named Nasty C. South Africa. Dude is like when you talk about bars and how you construct a song, put it in a manner that's fun and like it feels good. Boy, do it.
Okay.
Man, you know, like if I do a song with him, shit. Actually need to speak to him again. But other than that, it's not really any like new artists. I'll hop on a song with unless if it seems like right, made for my image, made for me. But like going out to look for it, I'm still been on the old school music. You hear me? Like shit. If I can do a song with Zero, I'd be down for it. You hear me? Like that's just me, man. Cause I've still been listening, man, to the older shit. Man, it actually had meaning, substance. You saying something instead of talking about you drugged out in the back of somebody's fucking club. It's just not appealing. You hear me? At all. But yeah, Baby Rose and Priscilla Renee. Maybe like the top two.
Okay.
Man, I do a song with.
So no producers you want to collab with?
Produce? Nah, not really. Only because I don't see what they can do sound wise that my personal man producer, since he been in the game since '92. Man, you know, he do all the Google ciphers and stuff that come around and stuff. So not any new ones. And now that I think about it, it'll have to be bigger names. So like Timbaland and all that. Pharrell. But that'll come with time, anyways.
Right.
So for me to want to jump up there right now, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Mm-hmm.
So the journey I'm taking, I like it. I'll be up there, I ain't tripping. And, you know, right now, for producers, I'm alright.
Okay.
Like where I'm at.
Let everybody know how to get in contact with you.
Shit, Google me, bitch. Fuck. Collash Lebeaux Case, you heard me? Google me, man. Man, that's all you gotta do. Everything up there. The real Collash.
Spell the middle part, cause you know everybody not gonna be able to pronounce that. Yeah.
Oh, Lebeaux. You heard me? Yeah. Google me, bitch.
All right, I'm Cash, and we out. Thanks for tuning in.